The Trenton Golden Hawks are 2 up on the Toronto Junior Canadiens and looking to take a stranglehold on the team they beat in 7 thrilling games last year in the Buckland Cup Playoffs. Welcome into our first Your TV broadcast of the OJHL postseason 2024. The road to the Buckland Cup continues here in Trenton for game number 3 of the East Conference semifinal. Brock Ormond, Zach McGibbon on behalf of our Your TV Quinny volunteer crew, and we're just about set to get underway for game 3. But Zach, a quick thought on this series so far, with the Trenton taking a 4-3 victory in game 1 here in the Duncan McDonald Community Gardens, and then winning 4-1 up in Toronto on Sunday.
Yeah, a good start here for the Trenton Golden Hawks to start things off in this series. And this was a series that it was expected that maybe both of these teams could be fast and quick, going right back and forth, and each team was looking to try and find that way to start their momentum going. And so far it's been the Trenton Golden Hawks. Once they get a tempo going, they really start to take things off. They're looking to try and continue that in game 3.
Puck is down. Game 3 is underway here in Trenton. Great to have you along with us also on Flow Hockey and that network where fans have been watching games all season long here in Trenton and in Toronto as well. As the puck is kicked off a skate, Will Gorgavelis, who scored the series winner in the first round. The JRCs dumped the Wellington Dukes in 5 games. 20 feet will take a quick check of the playoff bracket to this point. There's a lot of good teams and a lot of guys that teams can really make an impact this deep in the playoff picture.
Yeah, for sure. Don't count out the Toronto Junior Canadiens in this game as well. They are very fast and a very dynamic team. And yes, you look at the St. Michael's Buzzards and the Coburg Cougars as well. Cougars up 2-0 in that series, but that could really go either way. And Leamington just really impressing this season. Just tied at 1 in the series with Milton.
Cooper Matthews cruises in, looking to get him going. He's got 3 assists so far in this playoff, no goals. Fournier backhanding past Pickle, who lifted a stick. Barrett Joint takes over now. He puts a pass off a stick, looking to go point-wise for Kylo Ellis. Trenton's power play is going to fall to 0 for 1 here in the early goings of this one. Big collision there ensues as Matthews got brought down heavily. That power play as well as for Nita Trenton as the G-Hawks will try and work ahead, and looks like Barrett Joint's doubled over in some pain, so that's not a good sign for the G-Hawks. He had a pair of goals in game number 2. Cleared pass ahead. Luke Malcasian trying to bust through the D. He's going to get slowed down and then pushed off to the outside by Wilson. Round back of the net. That pass dangerously through the high slot. No one's going to touch. Joel Taylor's shot redirected in front, and they will score. Toronto survives the early power play and then gets the 1-0 goal on a shot that hits something on the way through, but I'm not sure if the replay will pick it up. Joel Taylor is leading the line to the bench. He had the game winner in Toronto's only regular season victory against Trenton back on February 23rd. Get that second look here.
Yeah, taking a look at this one again, and it might have tipped in front the way that it was angled downwards. But Joel Taylor will get credit for the goal, I believe. But that was a great rebound there in terms of the season.
They'll win the draw pretty cleanly back to the right point. Everybody sets up. Now slap shot coming. That's clapped right on by Ellis. He was the round 1 hero for Trenton, and he gets denied on that attempt by Paolo Frasca's right pad. Twist passed over to Matthews. Cooper Matthews swings down low, Joint from the goal line, feeding back to the hash. Matthews, Joint again, feeds out front for the step shot. Pickle scores, power play goal. Barrett Joint found him perfectly, put it right in his wheelhouse. It was on and off the stick in a flash, and Ben Pickle has another marker for Trenton in this series. This game is tied at 1, 4:52 left in the first.
Great setup here on this power play. Mentioning earlier that they love to get closer and start to swarm the net. And that's what they were starting to do there. They were inching a little bit closer. Great play in front to get Pickle. He wires it home and gives this Trenton Golden Hawks the tie that they were very much looking for, because that JRC, they were really playing with some fire and some speed. This is a great comeback here from the Trenton Golden Hawks to tie things up.
And you can't leave Trenton with too many opportunities. They score in their second one, but if you give them 5, 6, 7 opportunities, they're going to score, chances are, a couple more times. So JRCs have to be very disciplined. That's going to be the key in this one to try and survive. Trenton leading the series 2-0 as Feldberg almost got sprung there. What would have been a clear-cut breakaway. Bonestill's out of the net to carefully sidle it around to the left side. 5 seconds left. Trenton can't clear in the first attempt. Second try is better. Glove down by Gorgavelis at the red line. He'll chunk it right on the stick of Adam Amara, who sends one right along the ice. Before time expires, it's steered off easily by Paolo Frasca. And JRC's pick it back up again near side. Phillips tried to float a pass over. That's batted down. Comes right back now to 71 in blue. Matthew Lee stalking him. JRC's will get it forward, and now Luke Malcasian will twist it around. Snap to the middle. Phillips touched it behind him, and then it's picked off by Kylo Ellis. Ellis holds on. Feeds to the middle. Lee ducks up. Chance coming. There's a shot. They score. Gianni DeVito rips it, top shelf, cut it under the bar, and 9:28 into the second, Trenton has taken a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, great play there in front to give the Trenton Golden Hawks the lead. We take a look at the replay here and just able to get themselves onside. Great pass to DeVita, able to locate his spot and wire that one in a corner. And that gives the Trenton Golden Hawks a huge lead, their first lead of the game here in this game 3.
That's a nice goal too, halfway through, and again after a penalty kill too, no less. Those things can be real momentum boosters. We'll see if the juice can go to Trenton's legs here with its first lead of the game. And once again, Connor Van Wheely parked on one side of the net, Phillips the other. Nathan Phillips now works out of the hole. He's got daylight in front of him. He'll stumble across. Feeds for the one-timer shot, kicked off a skate. Feldberg has that one come right back to Athanasakos off his stick. Him and Phillips now will swap spots. Charging into the box with reckless abandon. LaPalme, there's a slap shot through and they score. You can add another point for Nathan Phillips, who's had himself a whale of a postseason. That's 11 now on this playoff season. And sometimes, as we say, Zach, the second season, you can really show who your top guys are that can come through in the clutch. The JRC's needed that goal just as the first power play expired.
Yeah, a little bit off angle as he was getting the shot off, but he was able to squeak that one through Bonesteel, and yeah, it just looked like it might have been a redirect that lifted up the puck, and Bonesteel was not anticipating it, and it just goes right by Bonesteel as he was sliding across. This game now tied up at 2.
Fournier joints pass, almost got fumbled, but he regains it. Then he flexes his stick as he tried to feed to the slot area. JRC's will melt it down and then get it back out to center ice again. 2 seconds left. Soros drags in, and a puck deflects out of play off the big long stick of Stiles. Leaves the surface of the ice, but that's it for period number 2. After 40, it's 2-2. JRC's in Trenton. Round back of the goal. Here is Luke Malcasian with it. He'll lob it through center ice. Lindsay knocks it down, chipped in, back forward to Stiles. He'll just hug it along the boards and take us to overtime for the first time in this series. This is the first time that Trenton has gone to overtime in this postseason. In 7 games, the JRCs will go for a second time. The only game they had in OT was a win, and it happened quick. 2:39 into the extra frame to knock out the Wellington Dukes. Will Gorgavelis was the hero. Who will be the overtime hero tonight? We'll find out after this. Overtime here in Trenton. Brock Ramon, Zach McGibbon back with you. Who will be a hero tonight? We'll find out as the G-Hawks try to take a 3-0 series lead. And as we usually do, we'll pick the overtime winners before the start of this one. Zach, who do you have?
I'm picking Thomas Kuipers for the Trenton Golden Hawks. He's been really crashing the net, and that line with he and Johnny Davina has been looking really good. For the Toronto Junior Canadiens, the way that Nathan Phillips has been playing this series wouldn't shock me if he gets his second here, so I'm picking Nathan Phillips, number 71.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with David Fournier, a guy that's been buzzing all game long, creating chances and giving his team an opportunity to try and score at every given time they're down on the ice. And then on the other end, got to think Luke Malcasian will be a hero. He scored an overtime winner before for Toronto. G-Hawks went 5-1-1 during the regular season in OT. JRCs went 4-3-3, and they're 1-0 so far in the playoffs as overtime is underway. But the shots 33-32, Toronto 2-2. The score, we're right where we started from at the end of the second. Yeah, it'll be real unfortunate for whichever one of these goaltenders ends up on the losing end of things, because both of them have been just brilliant. Kylo Ellis, nifty stick work. Shot saved, rebound right in tight, they score! David Fournier calls game. It's a 3-2 overtime win, and a little bit of Quebec magic gets the Trenton Golden Hawks up 3-0 in this series. Tell you what, Zach, this was the kind of play that David Fournier was looking to have. Right off the draw, Kylo Ellis makes the deke move to elude a check, rifles one of the goal. Braska lets out a rebound, pretty substantial, and look at who's there to put it in.
Yeah, he was just all alone, and he was able to locate it, and you called it, Brock. He's the one that gets the game-winning goal and gives this Golden Hawks their third game victory in this series. They are up 3-0. Again, David Fournier was just all alone. He found his spot, and he was able to drive it home. What a goal, and what a game this was.
11-14 into the first.